And we're back with MJ Law. So, MJ,
Hello.
hey, how are you? Where are you joining us from today?
I'm a little tired today.
Oh, I know. We just had a Mercury retrograde last week. Are you?
I know. It was horrible. I'm like, when did all these butt heads come out from under their rocks? And then I go online and I'm like, oh, Mercury's a retrograde. That explains everything.
Tell us about some of your musical influences.
My musical influences, oh man, I've been told that I listen to some really weird music, but my main influences are basically like any of the late old school vintage rockers, like Joan Jett, she's a big one, huge one actually.
I love her.
David Bowie, Janis Joplin,
Yeah.
the Beatles of course, Aerosmith, Nirvana. You got some of the old school rock going on, and then
And some very powerful women.
Pop too.
Some very powerful women too, like the Joan Jett and Janis.
Yeah, I mean, my mom is a pretty powerful woman, and she raised me to not really put up with any guys' crap. So
Excellent.
It makes sense for me to look up to powerful women.
Yeah. Now, earlier you were telling us about how you kind of got started into the music business.
Oh yes. Like I said, I ended up making the MySpace when I was 15, which is, oh my god, almost 5 years ago. And I threw up some Cyndi Lauper and Avril Lavigne covers on MySpace, back when MySpace was huge. Next thing I knew, a couple months down the road, I had like over 10,000 fans, and I was like, holy crap, are you serious?
Oh my gosh!
And then I started releasing my original music, which I always wrote the lyrics to. I've just now been getting, writing my own music. I'm a perfectionist, so sitting down with a guitar and it's not, what's in my head is not coming out right, then I get agitated and throw my hands up and say, go up to my producer going, okay, can you get what's in my head out on the guitar? You know? But I've been actually working on my next record, and I have more than enough songs written for it, and including melodies and lyrics and all that. I'm really, really excited to record it. I can't wait.
Excellent. Now you have some pretty passionate green beliefs. Why was it important for you to be on our show?
I thought it was important to be on the show because I've been a strict vegetarian for almost over 12 years now.
Wow.
My mom and I are huge natural health freaks, kind of obsessive actually. But if you think about it, back in the day when technology wasn't thrived upon and everything was all natural, there weren't as many diseases and such, you know? And I'm always, like, trying to cure everything the natural way before depending on medicine. I hate going to the doctor for anything. I'm always like, Mom, can you, like, go online and see what the remedy for a headache or a toothache is before I have to sit in the waiting room with all these sick people and get in a worse condition than I already am, you know?
Right. Well, that and half the time the medicines they give you seem to cause more problems than just the side effects alone.
It really does, though, and it scares me because there's so many allergic reactions that you can have to medicine, and
and like you said,
maybe I watch too many medical shows and Law and Order and all of that, and it made me paranoid. I don't know.
But you touched on something that said there's definitely, natural remedies for things without having to go, at first at least, without having to jump right to the pharmaceuticals and all that.
Exactly, and I literally, that's like my rule of thumb there is to see what the natural way out first and then resort to pharmaceuticals.
As a last resort sort of thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, you just mentioned you are working on a new album. Do you have any new things coming out? Any gigs coming up? Any events?
I do have a lot coming up, actually. Some of it I wanted to spill out, but, it's the business and you have to keep some things secret. But it's really exciting stuff. But in September, it's really booked crazy. I just did a photo shoot earlier today. The 17th of September, I am performing in New York City at Iguana for a showcase for Jive Records, which is a huge thing for me because I love Britney Spears and she's signed to that, so to be performing in front of that label representative is like a huge thing. I'm really, really excited.
cool. Now, if people want to find out about your